His palms were sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. He's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs, but he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. Okay, pop quiz. Was that A, an excerpt from Lose Yourself by Eminem? B, the way you felt the first time you had to speak in front of an audience? Or C, all of the above? C, absolutely. And that is exactly what I picked as well. I didn't even want to walk into a Toastmasters meeting, let alone stand up and speak in front of anybody. I was terrified. And that's coming from a person whose mother was a DTM, which is the highest level in Toastmasters you can reach. See, I knew about Toastmasters, but I didn't know enough about it to really feel comfortable, but I knew it could help me. I thought if I walked into a Toastmasters meeting, everyone was gonna look at me and realize I had no business being there. And they were gonna judge me and look down on me and be condescending and rude and terrible and awful. And for me to put myself out there in that way, to be shut down so cataclysmically, it was terrifying. But I told myself what I was gonna do was I was gonna go into the meeting and I was gonna hide in the back of the room and I was gonna sit, I was gonna watch, and no one was gonna look at me and it was gonna be fine. It didn't go that way, not even a little. I walked into my first meeting and somebody saw me and they knew I was new and they stuck out their hand and they shook my hand and they welcomed me, which is kind of cool. So I sat down and the meeting began. And guess what happened? People screwed up during the course of the meeting. They screwed up. One guy forgot to use the word of the day in his table topics, and another person, it was their very first speech. So the whole time, they're shaking, and they said ahs and ums and so's and you knows. And do you know what happened? No one made fun of them. No one looked down on them. No one treated them in a condescending manner. They applauded them. They supported them, they encouraged them, and they gave them constructive criticism to help them the next time. I looked ridiculous when I walked out of that Toastmasters meeting because I had a big stupid smile on my face. And the next week I signed up. That was 3 years ago. That's not the last time I was terrified in Toastmasters. I was terrified when about 4 weeks after I joined, they found out that I did photography, and they said, hey, Valerie, would you mind helping photograph our spring conference? I had never photographed a conference before. I was more of a hobbyist than anything else. I was terrified, but they said, it's okay. So I went, and I did it, and I photographed every conference since. Now, of course, when I started, it was, excuse me, ma'am, do you mind if I take your photo? Oh, okay, thank you so much, hold on. Click, oh, thank you so much. Now it's like, hey, Steve, smile, click, click, click. Because I've been given that confidence, and it started out from when I first walked into that room, instead of everybody going, oh, I don't want, leave me alone, lady, to, oh, you clearly need some help with something. Hey, friends, come here, let's pose for this new girl who's shaking over here. Smile. It was very supportive. I was terrified. The first time I was asked to be the area contest master for a contest. When you have contests, you do them at the club level, then you do them at the area, and then district, division, and then district. You're basically the MC of the contest. I had never done that. I knew I was going to be speaking in front of some of the higher level officials in the district. I was scared. But my friend said, Valerie, you'd actually be really good at it. Give it a shot. And so I did. I was a contest master 6 times that year. 4 in the area level. And then they asked me to be the contest master at the division level, which was terrifying because that's approximately 100 people I'm speaking in front of. Then they asked me to be the contest master at the district level, at the conference, in front of hundreds of people. I have never spoken to that many people before in my entire life, before or since. I was terrified, but I did it. And I didn't do it because I am so awesome, and I'm just gonna sit here and brag to all of you today. It's not. I'm not very awesome, but I am capable of doing a lot when you have a fantastic amount of support from many people. This is why I'm telling you all these things. I know that if someone like me with anxiety and depression and all sorts of stuff can walk into a room one day, put myself out there and allow myself to grow, with the support of Toastmasters, I'm able to. I was able to grow not just because I am so awesome. It's because everyone around me who has already done all the screwing up and all the falling down and all the getting back up again was able to support me so that I could start to grow. And then what ended up happening was when I looked at people that were new and were falling and failing themselves, I was able to turn around and help them as well. Now, I'm not gonna quote Eminem anymore. Don't worry, y'all are safe. But I will leave you this one quote. You have not gone this far to only go this far. So if you go out and take that first step, although you might be terrified, it will be worth it in the end. Madam Toastmaster, where'd you go? There she is.